area insurance company needs it. Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and a share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for
Welcome to the Washington High School Gym. We've got a good one, a top 5 battle between the number 5 Washington Warriors and the top-ranked Brandon Valley Lynx. Let's take a look at our standings, the first graphic here, and you can see the rankings are different than the standings. Brandon Valley comes in as the tied for second team in Class AA right now with Mitchell in PowerPoints. The first column about the wins and losses doesn't mean anything. You got to win in the PowerPoints. So Brandon Valley coming in as the 2 or 3 seed right now. Washington coming in as the 6. They need to hold on to a top 8 seed to get a home game in the upcoming SODAC 16. And here is a look at the matchup between the two teams. Washington actually scores more points per game, but Brandon Valley, one of the best defenses in the entire state, giving up just 46.4 points per game, rebounding fairly even, and the three-point shooting actually favors the Washington Warriors, and that's what they said one of the keys tonight in the game is. Let's take a look at the Lynx. Their head coach, Craig Nelson, he is 1-3 against his old school at Washington. It's been 4 years now since he moved from Washington to coach at Brandon Valley. He has done a great job at Brandon Valley, getting them all the way to second place finish at state last year. Their leaders in scoring this year, Landon Delaney, 13.6 points per game. Mock Mann, who came into the starting lineup for the first time this year, and Braden Miller, who's actually not starting. He'll be coming off the bench at 7.1 points per game. Now for the Warriors, your usual suspects, Tommy Hoffman, Lucas Johnson, Sam Baskin, 3 of the best players on this team, but they are loaded from top to bottom. They won 4 of their last 5 and could use a big win here. I had a chance to catch up with Tommy Hoffman and Sam Baskin to talk about the team this year.
Defensively, rebounding is always a big strong point that our coaches make on us. We always gotta go up and get it and then push the pace on offense. Transition offense is a big key for us, as well as shooting. Three-pointers just in general, we got to cut that down. But when we're making, it's going to be a great night.
I'd say our defensive intensity and our overall scoring ability. We have a lot of returning players that can score the ball at like any level. Great shooters, and then on defense, we're really physical. Great defensive pressure we have. We have a really great defender in Brendan Verhey, and it's just been great energy all around from our team total.
The movement is definitely a big key on offense. Talking defensively, rebounding is always a big strong point that our coaches make on us. We always gotta go up and get it, and then push the pace on offense. Transition offense is a big key for us, as well as shooting. Three-pointers just in general, we got to cut that down. But when we're making, it's going to be a great night.
Anyone in
I'd say our
suicidal distress
defensive
or
intensity
emotional
and our
crisis.
overall scoring ability.
All texts and
we
calls
have
are anonymous
a lot of returning
and
players
connect
that
you
can
to
score the
local
ball at
resources
like any
that
level.
uphold cultural values
Great shooters,
and pave the way
then
to
on
healing.
defense, we're really physical.
Find the strength
great
within
defensive
you.
pressure we have.
Find the strength within our culture.
We have a really great defender in
Reach
Brendan
out
Verhey.
if you need help today.
And it's just been great energy all around from our team total.
The movement is definitely a big key on offense. Talking defensively, rebounding is always a big strong point that our coaches make on us. We always gotta go up and get it, and then push the pace on offense. Transition offense is a big key for us, as well as shooting. Three-pointers just in general, we got to cut that down. But when we're making, it's
when the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at
sdbehavioralhealth.gov. A lot of returning players that can score the ball at like any level. Great shooters.
You get a sense of
on
youth.
defense, we're really physical.
Is there anything any
great
better?
defensive pressure we have.
But soon they'll be in high school
we have a
and
really great
facing all the
defender in
same
Brendan
challenges
Verhey.
you faced.
And it's
How
just
to make
been
friends.
great energy all around.
How to
from our
fit
team
in.
total.
How to be cool.
The movement
We
is
want our
definitely a
children
big
to
key
have
on
everything
offense.
they'll need
Talking
to live fulfilling
defensively,
and productive
rebounding is
lives.
always a big strong
Make
point
sure
that
the
our
kids
coaches
in your
make on
family
us.
are among the
We always
more than
gotta go up and get it, and then
57,000
push the pace
participants
on
here in
offense.
South Dakota who
Transition
take
offense
part
is a
in
big
high
key
school
for us,
sports or
as
activities.
well as shooting.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are.
I'd say our
No matter how
defensive
long
intensity
you've been
and
gone.
our overall
A place
scoring
where the
ability.
smells
We
of
have
home
a lot of
cooking
returning
are
players that
still
can
in
score
the
the ball
air.
at like
Where a
any
simple
level.
wave warms
Great
your
shooters,
heart. And
on
sharing
defense, we're really
stories is
physical.
just a way of life.
Great defensive
It's
pressure
good
we
to
have.
be home.
We have a really great
Agraria
defender in Brendan
Insurance
Verhey.
Company, protecting
and it's
what's
just been
important.
great energy all around from our team total.
Contact your local Agraria
The movement is
Insurance
definitely a
Company
big key on
agent.
offense. Talking defensively, rebounding is always a big strong point that our coaches make on us.
Agriculture
we always
is
gotta
like
go
no
up and
other
get it, and
business,
then push the pace on offense.
which makes Farm Credit
Transition offense is
Services
a
of
big key for
America
us,
like no other
as
lender.
well as shooting.
Owned by
Three-pointers
the
just in
farmers
general,
and
we gotta
ranchers
cut
we
that
serve.
down. But when we're making,
Our
it's
customers
gonna
have
be
a
a great
voice in
night.
how we work.
I'd say our defensive
A stake
intensity
in
and
what we
our
do.
overall scoring ability.
And
We
share
have
in our
a lot of
success.
returning players that can score the ball at like
Discover
any
a
level.
lender that works for you.
Great shooters.
At Farm
and
Credit
on defense,
Services
we're
of
really
America.
physical. Great defensive pressure we have. We have a really great
Out
defender
here,
in Brendan
you learn
Verhey.
that to keep growing, you
And it's
have
just
to
been
keep changing.
great energy all around from our team
CHS and the
total.
farmers and ranchers we serve know
The
all
movement
about
is definitely
change.
a big key on
Because together
offense.
we've changed
Talking
agriculture.
defensively,
That's why we're the largest
rebounding is always a
farmer-owned
big strong
cooperative in
point
the
that our
country.
coaches make
So
on us.
farmers own
We always
the system
gotta
that
go
can
up and get it, and then
advantages
push the
at
pace on
every
offense.
From innovative
Transition
tools
offense is a
that
big
help
key
crops
for
grow,
us,
to grain
as
processing
well as shooting.
expertise, to energy solutions.
Three-pointers just in general,
We
we
create
gotta cut that
connections to
down. But when
empower
we're making,
agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bad.
Welcome back to the Washington High School Gym. We've got a top 5 battle between the Brandon Valley Lynx and the Washington Warriors. Time to announce the starters for today's game. First, we'll talk about Brandon Valley. Their 5 starters, a little different than what we've seen. You've got Mock Mahan and Landon Delaney, Aiden Zur, Briggs Knutson, and Austin Dowd, their starting 5. Austin Dowd, their first-time starter. Usually Braden Miller in the starting lineup for them, but they're going to go with a little more height in this one with Dowd. Landon Delaney leads the team in scoring.
Bats, ants, termites. Family owned and operated. Olson.
So that's a look at the Brandon Valley starters. Very balanced scoring from this starting 5, and they're going to go, like I said, with a little bit more height in the lineup with the 6'4" Austin Dowd in the starting lineup. And for Washington, it's been the same starting lineup for pretty much this entire season. In fact, all the way through last season, the Washington Warriors have gone with the same five. Sam Baskin, the senior guard at 6'1". Tommy Hoffman, the leading scorer on this team, 6'2", and he plays a forward or a guard. Brandon Verhey, the defensive specialist. Lucas Johnson can hit it from the outside. And Jace Woods, the only junior in the starting five, provides the muscle in the middle. And he will have his hands full today against a really good Brandon Valley team that likes to get up and down, but primarily does it with defense. Starters continuing to be announced. We said the coaching staff is of interest in this one. Fourth-year head coach Jeff Tobin for Washington. He took over for Craig Nelson, who sits on the opposite bench. Craig Nelson, the coach at Brandon Valley now for the last 4 years. So very familiar with playing games here in this gym. Mock Mayan is going to start things off in the circle for Brandon Valley. They're wearing their black uniforms, Washington in their whites. And it's going to be Mock Mayan jumping against Jace Woods. Mock Mayan, like I said, starting in the lineup for the first time this year, and he's the second leading scorer for the Brandon Valley Lynx, right behind number 5, Landon Delaney. Let's get things started here at the Washington gym. And Mayan wins the tip. It's going to be collected by Austin Dowd, and the Brandon Valley Lynx will start their offense in the half court. There's Landon Delaney. Back outside to Briggs Knutson. Hands it off to Delaney. Knutson looking for an entry pass. Can't find it. Mayan drives left side. Throws up a shot with 12 on the shot clock. And it's going to go off the cable. It's going to be a turnover. And I believe that's the call at least. Yep, it's going to be a turnover with the deflection going off the cable that holds up the backboard. And Washington will start with their first possession. Sam Baskin bringing the ball up the court for the Warriors. That's Brennan Verhey over to Tommy Hoffman. Baskin swings it to Jace Woods on the baseline for a three. No good. Mock Mayan pulls it down, and here come the Lynx. Going to see Aiden Zur, Briggs Knutson, and Landy Delaney with most of the ball handling on the outside. Mid-range jumper, up and good. Soft shot for Landon Delaney to get things started. He's shooting well over 54% this year from the field. An excellent shooting percentage. Doesn't take a ton of shots, but averaging double digits for the Lynx. Johnson throws one up, doesn't get it, but Brendan Verhey does. On the offensive putback, 2 points, and we're tied at 2. Good exterior defense that time. Jace Woods guarding Mock Mayan. Long three for Landon Delaney, puts it down. First 5 points of the game to the Brandon Valley senior. And Brandon up quick 5-2. That's Tommy Hoffman answers with his own three. He can get hot from the outside, no doubt about it. 5-5 early on. 2 field goals for each team, a three-pointer and a 2-point field goal for both. Inside to the sophomore. Dowd can't come up with the handle, and here come the Warriors. Lucas Johnson will size one up, and he does not convert. There's a foul on the push, and it's going to go back Brandon Valley's way. Jace Woods called for the infraction. And Brandon Valley takes over. 5 minutes, 45 seconds, first quarter action here at the Washington gym. Washington comes on in as the number 5 team at 9-4. Brandon Valley has vaulted to number 1 in the state. 11-1, have been at number 1 for the last 2 weeks in a row. Landon Delaney steps back, drills the three. He's feeling it early. A guy that doesn't take a lot of threes this year is 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. 8-5 now. Inside pass. Jace Woods sizing up his competition. Bullies his way in for a shot. Can't convert. And it's pulled out by by Aiden Zur. Mockman tries the floater. Can't compete. He airs one out. Tommy Hoffman going all the way to the rack. Left-hander good. Hoffman with 5 quick ones for the Washington Warriors. 8-7 early on. It's been back and forth early. Landon Delaney likes it from the top of the key. Can't buy it. Tommy Hoffman decides to pull back. Lucas Johnson in the corner. Hoffman, deep 3 from the top. The heat check is good. And Hoffman has hit 2 big 3-pointers to answer Landon Delaney. Both guards with an early 8 points for their teams. 10-8. Delaney misses. And Delaney has all 8 points for the Lynx so far. And Tommy Hoffman has exploded for 8. He's going to try again from the top, just off center. Baskin with the O board. Rolls it in. And Sam Baskin increases the Washington lead 12-8. They've scored 5 in a row here. A 3 and a 2 on their last 2 possessions. Delaney fires it into the corner, trying to get it inside. Can't do it. Ahead to Lucas Johnson. Fakes once. Goes up the second time. Rebound good. Lucas Johnson gets his own board. And here come the Washington Warriors up 14-8. Inside, it's Austin Dowd. Clears a little room for himself and is called for the offensive foul. So 14-8. The Warriors have reeled off 7 points in a row and now lead by 6. Delaney and Zur to the bench as Brandon Valley makes their first 2 subs of the game. Lucas Johnson. Baskin on the top of the key. In low, up and good. Good job by Ben Sprecher to get his first 2 of the night, and it's been all Washington since about the 5-minute mark. We're at 2.5 minutes here in the first quarter. 16-8, corner, jumper up, no good. Brayton Miller misses after coming off the bench, and Washington keeps it alive. Sam Baskin leading the Warriors down the court. He decides to take one off the glass, no good. That's going to be rebounded and cleared by Briggs Knutson. Fires it down to Mahan, keeps it alive, up, and there's going to be a foul from behind. Gus Scott is going to get 2 free throws. Tommy Hoffman with the personal foul. Grant Hennon now will sit at the scorer's table waiting to check in, along with Aiden Zur, who's going to come back in the game. Gus Scott up and good. The first points for the Lynx since about 5.5 minutes, ending a 9-0 run from the Warriors. Misses the second. Picked off. Landon Delaney, who checks back in, tries to go left side. Up and good. Landon Delaney off to a torrid start. 10 of the 11 points from the Lynx coming from the Brandon Valley senior. Outside shot. Ben Sprecher up off the back iron. No good. Lynx trying again. Delaney right to the rim. Good rebound by Hennon. There's going to be a jump ball called as Sprecher and Hennon went for the rebound. Hennon trying to keep it alive, but at least got a jump ball out of it. Brandon Valley has the possession arrow. Delaney, as we said, came into this game shooting 54% from the field. They're going to switch it back to Washington, by the way. And he has been on fire here early on with 10 in the first quarter. Handoff Lucas Johnson. Trying to work it, finds his way in, but Mock Mahan has other thoughts. Rejection for Mahan. Interior pass. They're going to clip it back out. Miller, short on the three, no good. Ben Sprecher with 1:08 left here in the first quarter. Sam Baskin working on Mahan. Sam Ewing in the game now for Washington. Johnson to Sprecher, long three. Bounces out and around. Here comes Landon Delaney in the Lynx. Loses control. Good job on defense to cause that, but there's a foul on Brandon Valley. It's going to be Washington ball with 46 seconds. We're stuck at 16-11 here in the first quarter. And it's going to be on Mock Mahan. He's going to check out of the game as Austin Dowd comes back in to play with Grant Hennon down low. So Brandon Valley going with some defense here as they try to close this 5-point deficit. Under 40 seconds now, first quarter. Interior pass, lost. Picked up by Delaney. He's going to take Hoffman one-on-one. Tries to take the charge, and he does! Charging is called on Landon Delaney as Tommy Hoffman got in position and gets the ball back for his Washington Warriors. Delaney's first personal foul, just the second on the Lynx. And Hoffman and the Warriors have the ball with no shot clock now, up by 5. Coming up on 15 seconds, stolen by Delaney. 1-on-2 break. He's going to go hard, and Hoffman picks up the foul, giving Landon Delaney a chance at a couple more in his already big first quarter. 10 points. And Hoffman has 2 now in the first quarter. They'll have to watch and make sure he doesn't pick up his 3rd before halftime. Delaney on the free throw. Up and good. Landon Delaney will now try for number 2, and he has got 12 in the first quarter. So with 12 seconds left, it's 16-13. Brandon Valley on their own little 4-0 run here to close it to 3. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, there's a foul. It's going to be on Hennon. And they will take it out of bounds with 4.1 seconds left to go. Ben Sprecher will check in for the last 4 seconds to play some defense. Four seconds. Out to Ewing. He's going to kick it. Deep 3. Jace Woods off the mark. 16-13 is your score after a quarter of play. A lot to talk about when we come back. We'll take a quick break here on Live Ticket TV. We'll be right back.
Pest technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Welcome back. We're at the Washington Gym, and it's been the Landon Delaney Show. 12 of the 13 points for Brandon Valley have been scored by the senior guard who's hit 2 threes, 2 free throws, and 2 two-point field goals. And it's been Gus Scott to add 1 to that total. So Delaney with 12 of the 13. But on the other side, the Washington Warriors doing a great job as well. Tommy Hoffman leading the way, 8 first quarter points, half of his team's points, as they've gotten out to 16 points here in the first quarter of action. Jason Andera here on Live Ticket TV, bringing you more Sioux Falls Public School basketball action the rest of the season. We're going to be trying to cover as many of these games, varsity games, as we can over the next month. Make sure to stay right here on Live Ticket TV. Brandon Valley tries to get it inside. Austin Dowd, and it goes out of bounds. They're going to say, let's see. I didn't get a good look at it, but they're going to say it stays with Brandon Valley off of Washington. So Braden Miller, Briggs Knutson, Dowd, Zur, and Mock Mahan will start the quarter off for Brandon Valley. Mahan tries baseline. Heaves up a prayer. Nothing there. Dowd gets the offensive board up and good. Austin Dowd, the sophomore, with his first field goal of the game, and all of a sudden it's 16-15, a one-point game. A 7-0 run for these Lynx, who were down by 8 just not so long ago. Sam Baskin working it on the post. Little hook shot up and no good. Dowd rebounds. Lynx will push. Hayden Zur over to Briggs Knutson. And they'll reset the offense. 7 minutes here, second quarter action. 16-15, the number 1 team in the state, Brandon Valley, challenging the home team. And a nice challenge on that 3 as Briggs Knutson goes up and in. 3 threes now for the for Brandon Valley in the first half. Tommy Hoffman, 8 early points for the Warriors. Hits the leaner up and good. Tie ball game, 18-18 after a brief lead from the Brandon Valley Lynx. Inside Dowd, but it's broken up. Nice play that time by Ben Sprecher. Ben Sprecher, just a sophomore, getting more and more playing time. Coming off the bench, he is going to be a really good player for Washington this year and the next 2 years on a team that has a lot of seniors, a really senior-heavy team this year. Briggs Knutson drives left side. He'll pick up the foul on his way to the free throw line. Nice cut that time by Briggs Knutson. Knutson averaging 6.2 points per game this year. Finds his way to the free throw line. First one is up and short. Shooting 64% from the stripe this year. Misses them both. Jace Woods with the clear. So 6 minutes left, second quarter action. We're tied up. We've got a good one. And an offensive foul. I think the pick by Jace Woods was moving. Yep, it's Jace Woods who picks up the offensive foul. And that's tough because Woods now with 2 fouls. So Woods and Hoffman each with 2. And Brennan Verhey, the defensive specialist, checks back in for Washington as Jace Woods takes a seat. Three on the perimeter, 2 down low for Brandon Valley as Mock Mahan now has the ball. Landon Delaney trying to work against this Washington zone. Briggs Knutson pulls up and hits his second three-pointer of the second quarter. And they're up 3. Floater by Sam Baskin. And they're going to say there's a foul on the floor before the shot. And it's going to go against Aiden Zur. So a fresh 35. Verhey dishes. Sprecher up and good. 21-20. The number 1 team, the Lynx, have a 1-point lead. Again, working that outside, trying to loosen up this zone, loses control, bounce pass. Baskin tries to retrieve it, but Tommy Hoffman's pass goes out of bounds. He thinks it may have been tipped. He'll get confirmation. Nope, it's Brandon Valley basketball. 21-20. Man, sizes up the 3, no good. Loose ball picked up by Delaney, and Knutson will reset. Delaney kicks it to the corner. Zur, no good. And good rebound by Verhey, and it got Austin Dowd going over the back for the block. That'll be his first personal. So Brandon Valley, after being down early by 8 points, now have a 1-point lead in the second quarter here at the Washington gym. Lucas Johnson looking for Verhey down low, trying to post up his shorter defender, Briggs Knutson. Misses and rebounded by Knutson. Here comes Mahan and the Lynx. Delaney in the corner. Cross-court pass. Miller, baseline. Top of the key. It's going to be Knutson to reset. Delaney with a fiery first quarter for the Lynx. Hasn't done much here second quarter. Miller, three-pointer, a little deep. And the Warriors with the chance to take the lead. Both offenses have calmed down here in the second quarter. Interior pass to Brennan Verhey, up and good. Tommy Hoffman has had a great night, not only shooting the ball, but passing it as well. Great assist that time to give his team the lead. Delaney to Mahan. Mahan will drive. He tries to push, but gets the foul called on Lucas Johnson, I believe. Yep, it's going to be on 14. His first foul. I believe that's 4 fouls now in the second quarter on Washington. We'll double check that. Maybe 3. Yep, 3 fouls, excuse me. Delaney thought about it. Gets the give and go from Mahan. Up and good. 14 points for Landon Delaney. They're up 23-22. Back and forth we go. Jace Woods all alone in the corner. Decides to take it in. An offensive foul on Jace Woods. And it was the player control part of that foul that cost him. And Woods now with 3 fouls, and he is the muscle on this team down low. Brandon Valley may have a chance to attack the posts with Jace Woods on the bench now with 3 fouls. 23-22, Brandon Valley leads. Delaney kicks to the corner. Briggs Knutson can't get it, but a nice offensive board by Braden Miller. Misses the putback. Washington with control. Hoffman lost control. Mayan broke it up. Another breakup. It's going to be Washington with the next loose ball, and Briggs Knutson picks up the foul. So a lot of back and forth, a little bit of sloppy play, a little bit of really good defense from both teams. And it looks like we're going to have one more sub. Aiden Zur checking back into the game. He'll come back in as Mahan sits down for a minute. Glad you could join us here at the Washington Gym. 23-22, we've got a good ball game. Jumper by Sprecher, no good. Delaney intercepted by Sam Baskin. So turnovers left and right, and Tommy Hoffman sizes up the three. He can't do it. Knutson give and go. Inside to Zur. Quick pass by Delaney inside. Zur up and good. His first field goal. And the inside paint area is susceptible now with Jace Woods on the bench. 25-22. Hoffman backs up for a three, can't buy it. And Delaney pulls it down. Here come the Brandon Valley Lynx, a little bit wide on the pass. And Aiden Zur can't come up with it. It's going to be a timeout for Washington. We'll keep it right here. These two teams have been out of the top five most of the season. Brandon Valley moving up to number 1. They started out the year outside the top 5, even though they brought back a couple of starters from a team that made it all the way to the championship game. They beat O'Gorman early and then lost to Jefferson and have done nothing but win since that game. They are 11-1 with the best record in AA basketball, but only seeded number 2 right now because of how the PowerPoints work. They come into their toughest stretch of the year by far, as they haven't even played a top 5 team, a team at least that's in the top 5 right now, until tonight. Their signature win came against O'Gorman earlier in the year, but now they have Huron, Harrisburg, Lincoln, Washington, some Mitchell, some really tough games coming up for the Lynx, as they will get tested night in, night out for the next 3 weeks until we're ready to play some Sodak 16 basketball. Washington Warriors have gone dry from the field here with just a minute 20 left in the second quarter. Lucas Johnson tries to get him on the board, short of the jumper. So BV slows it down. Just about a minute left here in the first half of action. Delaney pulls it from 3. Up and good! His third three-pointer of the first half. 28-22. 7-0 run for the Lynx. Sprecher gets it to fall. And Washington has finally cracked the scoring column after a 7-0 drought. Now within 4. Coming up on 26 seconds left here, first half. Just a fraction of a second more than the shot clock. Delaney is going to work the clock. Looking for signals from head coach Craig Nelson. 7 seconds, the move. Knutson back to Delaney. He'll line up the three-pointer up and just long. But that is the last shot of the first half. 28-24. We've got a good one. The Brandon Valley Lynx, the top team in the state, hold a 4-point lead going into halftime. We'll take a halftime break right here on Live Ticket TV and be back for second half action.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When the world feels big, A small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for
Welcome back. Second half about ready to start here. The Washington Warriors had the lead most of the first quarter, but since then it's been all Brandon Valley. And let's take a quick peek at the halftime stats. Washington shooting 42% from the field, Brandon Valley just 38%, so very similar there. BV has hit 5 of 14 from threes. Washington just 2 of 9, so Brandon Valley really has their lead because of the three-point shooting that they've done. Rebounding is almost dead even, 14-13. Washington with a 1 rebound advantage. Assists definitely goes to Washington, 6 assists, just 4 assisted field goals for Brandon Valley. And turnovers, very even as well, 5-4. Washington has committed 1 more turnover, but it's been Landon Delaney, 17 first half points. He's hit 3 3-pointers, 12 in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter, leading the way for the Brandon Valley Lynx. Briggs Knutson hit a pair of 3-pointers for 6 points. And Austin Dowd with 2, Aiden Zer with 2, Gus Scott with a free throw. For the Washington Warriors, just down 4, Tommy Hoffman has been doing most of their work, 10 first half points, hitting 2 first quarter threes. And then Ben Sprecher, the sophomore, coming off the bench, hitting 6 points, giving them a little boost. And then Brennan Verhey with 4. Sam Baskin added 2. Lucas Johnson added 2 in that first half of action. So getting set to start the second half of this one. Washington, number 6 in seed points right now in AA, needing to stay in that top 8 to have a home game for the Sodak 16. Always an important seed marking for them. Brandon Valley tied at number 2 right now in seed points. And they are in good position right now to get one of those home games, but have a really tough schedule coming up over the next 3 weeks. We've talked about that. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later. Washington will start with possession here in quarter number 3. Jason Andera, thanks for joining us right here on Live Ticket TV, where you can get Sioux Falls Public School games broadcast to you on YouTube and onto your TV or wherever you want to watch them. And the first shot up and no good. It's going to be out of bounds, and Brandon Valley can't contain it. So it's going to go back to the Washington Warriors for a second chance at their first possession. We're going to discuss this and make sure they didn't call. Yeah, they didn't call a jump ball. They just wanted to make sure. Hoffman inbounds. Verhey almost loses the ball. Goes back to Hoffman. Lucas Johnson from the elbow. Up and off the rim. Ahmed skies for the rebound. Lynx up 4 to start this third quarter. Delaney finds Knutson. All the Lynx on the right side of the court right now. Zur will kick it back to Briggs Knutson. Free throw line up and good. And Briggs Knutson breaks the seal for the second half as they continue to score in bunches. 30-24, the Lynx. Sam Baskin trying to beat the one-on-one defense. Finds the cutting Verhey, but can't come up with the left-handed lay-in. So BV really stretching this out. A 6-point lead right now. That's the largest lead they've had in this game. Ties their largest lead. They also were up 28-22 just before half. Mahan will take the pick from Delaney. Back to Landon. Almost loses control, but keeps his dribble. Briggs Knutson. Fade away. As the shot clock wound down, got rid of it, and Washington will pick up the possession. Baskin, again, trying the lane. Left-hander up, no good. Brandon Valley doing a great job of interior defense. Every time Washington trying to drive the lane, they are not getting it to go. Delaney, open 3. Off the front iron, no good, and there's going to be a foul. It's going to be Austin Dowd who reached for that one. So Dowd now with 2. We'll watch the fouls. Jace Woods with 3. Nobody else in any kind of foul trouble. Verhey sets the pick. Hoffman goes cross court. Lucas Johnson working on Mahan. Hoffman to Johnson. Johnson thought about it, drives the lane. The defense swarmed him, but it's still Lucas Johnson who buys the 2 points. Interior pass by Zur. Kicked outside. Briggs Knutson sizes up the 3, no good. Mahan tries for the board, but it's the Warriors who use team defense to get the board. Verhey loses control as he tries to pass it and then loses control of his body. Goes right into Briggs Knutson. And Verhey will pick up the first personal foul. Knutson's going to check out. He took quite a shot there near midcourt as Verhey lost control of the ball and then lost control of his body. So Delaney, Zur, Mahan, Dowd, and Miller in the game right now for the Brandon Valley Lynx. Delaney tries to drive, finds the lane passing, but the ball's going to be tipped. It's going to stay with Brandon Valley. So 18 on the shot clock, 4.5 left here. Third quarter action. Washington has just cut the lead to 4, but Brandon Valley has been in control since late first quarter. Mahan. Oh! Lost control and somehow banked it in. Mock Mahan with 2. Baskin, corner. 3 ball, no good. Landon Delaney leads the break. 3-on-2. Gets it to Dowd. Underneath, misses. Can't get his own putback. Gets it the second time. 2-0 boards for Austin Dowd. And he comes up with the points. They now lead by 8, the largest lead in the game. We'll take a quick break. Be right back here on Live Ticket TV.
Termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the
Welcome back. We're here at the Washington Gym. Thank you to our team here at Live Ticket TV and 605 Sports. Thank you to Ashlyn and Carly and Livy Steen taking photographs. I'm Jason Andera. We've got a 34-26 game right now. Brandon Valley just extended their largest lead of the game as Tommy Hoffman cuts back into that with a three-pointer. His third 3 of this game. 34-29. Braden Miller being guarded by Hoffman. Haydenser trying to get it inside, but good defense that time, and Brendan Verhey quickly comes out of the mix. Hoffman inside to Verhey. 2 Warriors were posted up on the low block together. Lucas Johnson fakes out Mayan, but the offensive board put back. Ben Sprecher has been clutch so far tonight. 34-31, so just like that, 5 quick ones for the Warriors. And Brendan Verhey knew he had a foul. He wanted to make sure that Dowd didn't get 2 points out of it. No harm, just a good hard foul. And Verhey will check out with his second foul of the game. Just under 3 minutes. 2 schools not separated by very far. They border each other on their school districts. Man up and no good. He loses control, and he didn't come down very nicely. He's going to try to get back up and walk it off. As I said, these 2 school districts border each other on the northeast side of Sioux Falls, and of course Brandon Valley just to the north and east of Sioux Falls. Craig Nelson, the head coach, in his 4th season for Brandon Valley. Used to coach, got his first head coaching job here at Sioux Falls, Washington. Did that for a number of years. And Jeff Tobin has taken over in those 4 years. Hoffman tries to drive, go underneath, can't get it. Delaney leads a break, 1-on-2, kicks it back out. Aiden Zer, no good. Hoffman to Sprecher. Hoffman, deep 3, straight up. And there are few shooters like Tommy Hoffman when he gets hot. 34-34, we are all tied up. 8 quick ones to even it up for Washington. Braden Miller likes it from 3, can't get it. Dowd tries to get the board, but the tip goes awry. 2 minutes now, 3rd quarter action. Hoffman trying to work Knutson. Kicks it out to Baskin right through his arms. He didn't see the ball coming. Didn't get a clean catch. And after an 8-0 run by Washington, we'll see if Brandon Valley has something up their sleeve. The first tie in this ball game since, trying to look, I know there was one, in a while. I think it was in the first quarter, early first quarter actually. Craig Nelson will call the timeout. They're going to take a full timeout. We will too. We'll be right back on Live Ticket TV.
Resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you face.
Welcome back. Jason Andera here at Live Ticket TV, bringing you some really good AA basketball. Brandon Valley is tied with Washington. Brandon Valley #1 in Class AA, taking on the #5 Washington Warriors. One of the biggest tests of the season so far for Brandon Valley, playing a road game against a ranked team. BB looking to drive. Little pull-up jumper, good for Aiden Zur under the hoop. Comes up with the basket and the lead. Sam Baskin working Miller. Tommy Hoffman got the carom and got the three to go. He has made 3 threes in a row this quarter. He is feeling it, folks. Gives his team the 1-point lead. Left-handed three up and blocked by Brennan Verhey. Lincoln McHenry had a good look, but Verhey came out of nowhere to swipe it. $19 points now for Tommy Hoffman. The leading scorer in the game now, overtaking Landon Delaney, who has 17, but hasn't scored yet in this third quarter. There's a look at Landon. Getting double team, finds Briggs Knutson. Short, but look at that. Landon Delaney's there for the garbage. He has 19. 1-point lead, Lynx. Oh, look at Jace Woods flying down the baseline. Before you could even try to defend him, he jumps up and slams one home. First points for Jace Woods. That'll electrify the crowd, 39-38. Little tap from behind on Tommy Hoffman. But this crowd is still buzzing from that jam we saw from Jace Woods, who just sprung off the floor. His athleticism has increased, especially since last year, and he is just a junior, folks. Got a lot of playing time as a sophomore. He's starting to get Division I recruits to play football. Definitely a player to watch. Delaney tosses it in. Zur hits it! A three-pointer right before the buzzer! So Zur fakes it, takes a step to his right, and drills it for three. 41-39. We're at the end of three quarters. Stay with us for an exciting fourth quarter right after this.
how to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America.
Well, buckle in, everybody. We're in for a good one here. The Washington Warriors shooting 45%, and Tommy Hoffman took the lid off this gym with 3 3-pointers that quarter. Jace Woods came in with a slam on the baseline, and then right before the end of the quarter, Aiden Zur hit a buzzer beater to put the Lynx up by 2, 41-39. Fourth quarter action. There's Landon Delaney. Inside to Zur. Beats his man but misses on the inside. Cleared by Brennan Verhey. It's been a lot of easy hoops that Brandon Valley will want back. Lucas Johnson makes them pay. Tie ball game, 41-41. BV will swing it on the outside. They'll send a cutter through. Delaney will reset. There's Braden Miller, the leading three-point shooter on this team. Briggs Knutson. He'll send it to the corner. Miller for 3! Big shot for Braden Miller, his first points of this game, and the Lynx back up 3. Baskin working the low post. Comes out, but it is a nice putback by Brennan Verhey. 44-43, 1-point lead, Brandon Valley. Braden Miller says, "I'll do it again." Both baselines he's hit threes from. And Braden Miller, who didn't get the start, who usually does get a start, has come in and hit back-to-back threes here in the fourth quarter. 47-43. The Lynx have a 4-point lead now. And this fourth quarter is off to a crazy start. This game has been crazy. But it's the Brandon Valley Lynx who hold a 4-point lead as we enter the final few minutes of this game. 6:39 left on the clock. I'm Jason Andera. You're watching Live Ticket TV. If you want to be a sponsor of these games we do for Sioux Falls Public Schools for the next month, let me know. I will make you a really good deal and get you on. I'd love to have you not only support Live Ticket TV, but support all these athletes who work so hard at their craft. So Washington to inbound, down 4, have given up back-to-back threes to Braden Miller. Let's see if they've got one. Ben Sprecher in and out. Baskin, rebound, up and good! Sam Baskin off the left side has a chance to make a 3-point play. So Washington not backing down in this one. Baskin, 2 of 8 from the field, misses his 3-point opportunity. Warriors trail by 2 to the number 1 team in Class AA. Braden Miller trying to lob one in. Can't. Dowd can't come up with it. And Hoffman gets it to the corner. Baskin decides not to take it. Drives in. Blocked by Dowd. Rebound. Lucas Johnson strong. Up and good. Ben Sprecher, converts on those 2. We're tied up again. Sprecher has done a great job coming off the bench. He's got 10 points in this one. Braden Miller, deep three off the back iron. Warriors trying to push again. We're still tied. 5.5 minutes. Fourth quarter action. Inside to Tommy Hoffman, but there's going to be a foul on Briggs Knutson as Hoffman tried to get position, and Briggs Knutson fought back. A fresh 35 on the shot clock. We've got 5:20 left. Inbounded to Verhey. Deep three. Tommy Hoffman absolutely drills it. 6 3-pointers in this game for Tommy Hoffman. Deep three landed. Delaney! He's been crazy, folks. 50-50 now the score. Hoffman tries to answer. Loose ball on the rebound. Braden Miller thought he had it, but a timeout called after Sam Baskin comes up with the basketball. We'll keep it right here. This has been an exciting second half as the Washington Warriors pushed ahead, but Brandon Valley has now tied it back up at 50. Our fourth tie here in the last 6 minutes of action. And Landon Delaney and Tommy Hoffman just trading threes here in the fourth quarter. 22 points now for Landon Delaney. And Tommy Hoffman, I got to do the math. I think he has 22 as well. 24 for Delaney, excuse me. 22 for Hoffman. Ben Sprecher off the bench in double digits with 10. And we are tied 50-50 as the Lynx will play defense. Brennan Verhey into Ben Sprecher. He'll try to go up against Austin Dowd. Sam Baskin. So they'll move the ball around the perimeter. Tommy Hoffman has been on fire, guarded by Landon Delaney. Both guards have been lighting it up in this one. Lucas Johnson inside to Sprecher. Good job by Aiden Zur. And Landon Delaney tries to keep it alive. It is going to be Brandon Valley ball after Verhey touches it last. Great all-around defense by the Brandon Valley Lynx. So Briggs Knutson bringing the ball up. Just over 4 minutes to play. Great student sections for both teams here. Brandon Valley actually has more students in their student section than Washington does. Under 4 now. Sprecher to Baskin. Inside to Lucas Johnson. Trying to work against Briggs Knutson. Has it off the glass. Can't come up with it. Rebounded by Landon Delaney. Still 50-50. Oh, thought about the deep three. Goes inside. Gets the ball right back. Jumper. 10-foot. Up and good. And when I say jumper, I mean jumper. Landon Delaney skied for that one. 52-50. Lynx lead. And some contact on the baseline. It's going to go against the offense. Tommy Hoffman and Mock Mahan. He is pointing at this lower back. He took a dive, and he is not getting up quickly. But the offensive foul called on Hoffman, his first foul since the first quarter. That'll be his third. We're looking at Mock Mahan to see how he's doing. Looks like maybe he hit his tailbone or his hip. But either way, he is not getting up quickly. We saw him go down earlier this game. We'll take a quick break here and be right back in a minute.
Like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
So Mock Mahan gets some help but walks off. We'll hope he's doing all right. So into the game, Braden Miller, Austin Dowd, Landon Delaney, Aiden Zur, and Briggs Knutson. They'll go with 4 guards and Dowd on the inside of the high post. Delaney getting hounded. Swing it to the corner. 3. Up and good for Briggs Knutson. His 3rd 3 of the ball game. 55-50. Inside, up, and no good. Lucas Johnson can't come up with it. So we've seen many runs in this game, back and forth. Brandon Valley on run right now. Braden Miller, and it literally goes in and out. That would have matched their biggest lead with an 8-point lead if Miller makes that 3. Inside to Lucas Johnson, falling down. He's fouled and is going to get 2 shots on the line. So 8-0 run for Brandon Valley now with a 5-point lead. Up and good. His first free throw is good tonight for Lucas Johnson. Up to 7 points. Oh, bounces around and out. So 4-point game as we enter the final 2:20 of this one. Delaney working Sam Baskin on the point. $15 on the shot clock, coming up on 2 minutes. Briggs Knutson from the left wing, no good. Jace Woods back in the game, clears it for Washington. Down 4, under 2 minutes. Ben Sprecher in double digits. Out to Tommy Hoffman, who's exploded for 22 tonight. Inside, Sam Baskin makes him pay. 55-53. Coming up on a minute and a half in this one. And a timeout taken by Craig Nelson. They're going to take a full timeout, and so will we. We'll be right back. You're watching Live Ticket TV.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Brandon Valley has hit 10 3-pointers so far tonight. They're 10 of 25. And that's something that coming into the game, the Washington Warriors were a better 3-point shooting team. But the Lynx have found their stride here, especially in the fourth quarter. They've hit 3 3-pointers to take a 55-53 lead as we go under a minute and a half. Landon Delaney trying to drive, kicks it to Braden Miller. He wants to drive, loses the basketball. Washington with the chance to tie or take the lead. They like Sam Baskin. He's got an advantage over Briggs Knutson on the post. But Jeff Tobin will take he'll take a full timeout in this game. We'll keep it right here. The Washington Warriors have trailed here in this fourth quarter, but have made it close all game long. and now have a chance to tie or take the lead. I can tell Jeff Tobin has something in mind to set up here because Brandon Valley comes in with a much smaller lineup, but now without Mock Mayan in the lineup and his length, they pretty much just have Austin Dowd to guard the big guys. And offensively, all 5 of these Washington Warriors have a chance to score if they get the ball in the paint. Your leading scorers tonight, Delaney with 26, Hoffman with 24. They have been electric in this game. Tommy Hoffman's hit 6 three-pointers. Landon Delaney has hit 5. So we're just under a minute here. You've tuned in for a really good matchup all game long. Brandon Valley, of course, came into this game the number 1 team at 11-1. The Washington Warriors came in at 9-4. Ranked number 5 in the latest media poll. They're sitting at number 6 in the standings. All right, 23 on the shot clock. Let's see what Jeff Tobin drew up in the huddle. Baskin to Tommy Hoffman, over to Sprecher. They continue to go on the perimeter. Lucas Johnson trying to find a cutting Sprecher, gets it to Jace Woods. And there's a foul on the baseline before he made his move. Austin Dowd, the sophomore, is going to pick up a foul, his 3rd. Fourth foul now on the Lynx. Next one will be automatically 2 shots. Kept his dribble as Lucas Johnson falls to the ground. Oh, and then Sam Baskin loses control of the basketball. 30 seconds left in this one. They only have 1 foul. So they've got 4 fouls to give to get to the... they're going to have to foul right away. There it is. 27 seconds on the clock. Only the 2nd team foul. Remember, they have to get to 5 team fouls before Brandon Valley gets to the bonus and gets to shoot. So they're going to have to go for the steal and try to foul in the process. With no shot clock left, Lynx up 2. The full court press is out. Briggs Knutson to Aiden Zur. They will foul him with 23.9 on the clock. So they're going to continue to waste anywhere from 3 to 4 or 5 seconds. They still have to make 2 more fouls. There's Sam Baskin with a quick foul, down to 22.8 on the clock. So 1 more foul, and that'll send him to the free throw line. Aiden Zur to take the ball out. Trouble getting it in. They're going to take a timeout. So a 30-second timeout. If you're wondering about free throw percentages for the guys on the court, Landon Delaney hitting 66% from the line. Braden Miller, 52. Briggs Knutson 64. Austin Dowd, 53. Aiden Zur, 55. So nobody over 70% that was on the court there. We'll see if they bring the same shooters back out. They're going to have to make some free throws to seal this one. As far as foul trouble goes, Jace Woods sitting with 3. Nobody else needs to worry too much for the Washington Warriors. Tommy Hoffman checks back in. A tough inbounds play. They do get it to Braden Miller, who gets pushed by Jace Miller. That'll be his 4th. So Braden Miller coming into this game 11 of 21 from the free throw line. Free throw shooting has not been the highlight of this number 1 team's year so far. But they'll have to get it done down the stretch. Miller. Too deep on the first one. Braden Miller, the senior 6-foot guard, hit 2 big three-pointers in the third quarter. Makes the second one. They go up 56-53. A 3-point game with 21.3, plenty of time on the clock. Lucas Johnson, one of their better 3-point shooters, and they get it into the front court and take a timeout. Jeff Tobin ready to draw up a final play here. 16.7. You've got a couple of options here. Down 3 points. Obviously, you're looking for a three-pointer if you have it open. With this much time on the clock, though, if they can get a quick one to the hoop, they might take that as well. Their 3-point shooters this year, well, obviously Tommy Hoffman just going off today. On the season, just a 26% three-point shooter. Lucas Johnson has been their best three-point shooter. He's made 21 of 53 coming into this game. Sam Ewing off the bench, one of their key role players, also hitting 41% from 3. But he hasn't played much tonight. I would look for either number 14, Lucas Johnson, or number 4, Tommy Hoffman, to try to come off a screen and get the ball. With 16.7 seconds left in this one. Thanks for joining us here on Live Ticket. Great AA basketball right here in Sioux Falls. I'm Jason Andera. Thanks for joining us. And let's see how these last 16.7 seconds unfold. Warriors down by 3. It's Chase Woods taking the ball out. He'll get it to Tommy Hoffman. He says there was a tap ball. I thought he lost it into the backcourt for an over and back. Sam Baskin. 6, 5. Sprecher is blocked. Grant Henning comes out and blocks Ben Sprecher and his 3-point attempt. Now 3.7 on the clock. Tommy Hoffman, their leading 3-point shooter tonight, inbounds it. Gets it to the corner. Lucas Johnson just offline, and that'll do it. The Brandon Valley Lynx hold on for a 56-53 win. Playing some good defense down the stretch. That last inbound from Tommy Hoffman to Lucas Johnson. They caught the defense sleeping. Johnson had a good look from the corner and couldn't quite sink it. It's the Brandon Valley Lynx who hold off the Washington Warriors 56-53. An excellent game here at the Washington Gym. Tune in on Friday. We've got a doubleheader from the Roosevelt Gym. And we've also got Lincoln basketball on Saturday as they take on the Rapid City Schools, both boys and girls. For Carly and Ashley, I'm Jason Andera. Thanks for watching Live Ticket TV. Enjoy the rest of your night.